Hi, my name is Christy Winkleman, and I'm the proud principal at Kyrene de las Brisas Elementary School. Today, I would like to welcome you to a very brief virtual tour of our school. At Brisas Elementary School, we have a very simple mission, and that is to do what's best for kids to ensure their success. We are recognized by the Arizona Education Foundation as an A+ School of Excellence. We have had that distinction now since 2011. Our school is about 650 students in terms of our enrollment. We have kindergarten students through 5th grade. We also have 2 sections of preschool for ages 3 and 4. We're a very diverse school. You can see by our graphs there that we have about the majority of our students come from different ethnic backgrounds other than white. And then certainly our cultural and language diversity is also evident with the number of students that come to Brisas speaking a different language, a first language other than English. Our vision is threefold. We want to inspire students to love learning, empower them to reach their potential, and nurture them in a culture of peace. At Brisas, peace is not only the acronym for our core values of pride, effort, achievement, character, and excellence, but it is also the watchword of our behavior management system. So let's begin first with the first part of our vision statement, which is that we inspire students to love learning. So learning at Brisas is significant, and you see the evidence of the love for learning in all of the academic areas. For us at Brisas, love of learning means keeping students' natural curiosity alive. We believe that when students are curious, they become interested and engaged and excited about learning. And we know that research shows that people who learn better when they're interested and engaged in learning. And so that's what we strive to do. To this end, our teachers strive to not only plan engaging lessons with hands-on activities, but also provide students with opportunities to question and explore. To inspire students to love learning, Brisas teachers also plan engaging activities, most of which are extensions to their listening and learning units in ELA, which isn't just a short abbreviation for English Language Arts. And we want to also make sure that we can cement students' learning in the areas of science and social studies. So something that's unique to Brisas is that all of our kindergarten through 3rd grade students love the opportunity to go to our science lab, which has been supported by our PTSO. They get to go there each week, and they get to explore a variety of hands-on experimental learning activities. These are some pictures of our 1st graders, but our students in 4th and 5th grade students also get to benefit from our block schedule, which is 90 minutes of either ELA, math, or science and social studies. However, in our science lab, it's exciting because students have that 90 minutes of dedicated instructional time for science and social studies each and every week. All of our kindergarten through 5th grade students love being able to apply the engineering process to doing STEM challenges, which is just a few of the pictures that you're seeing here as well. Speaking of a love of learning, let me talk specifically about our incoming kindergarten students for a moment. As a parent of a future kindergarten student, we know that your home was your child's first school and that you were your child's first teacher. Now it's time for your child to move on to a new school and to a new teacher. And at Brisas, we want to build on everything that you have established, that strong foundation that started in your home. And we want to help your child grow in many ways, especially academically, but also socially and emotionally and physically. We want to help your child make all of those very important first steps into that formal education. So with that being said, welcome to kindergarten. As your children walk into their kindergarten classroom at Brisas, they're going to be surrounded by opportunities for learning, literally from floor to ceiling. Like I said earlier, math is 90 minutes every single day for students, including kindergarten students. And at Brisas, we make sure math is fun. We extend math instruction into small group practice where students will be working, like in this picture, with pattern blocks to make a picture from a pattern block card. That's just one example. These students are discovering the concepts of length and measurement. Again, lots of hands-on activities to cement their learning. Here's a picture of students that are exploring weight, and they're using pan balances to do that. This is a picture of our kindergarten using a ton of different manipulatives, and this particular student is using small objects to just count, rote count, and then also just making sure that they're able to move that concept into more abstract thinking. Our students also engage in reading instruction for 120 minutes. Our kindergarten teachers use big books with enlarged print during whole group instruction, and they also introduce and practice letters and sounds and emphasize phonemic awareness, listening and reading comprehension, and of course, a focus on the concepts of print as well. Teachers also make a point at Brisas to actively engage students using rhythms and hand gestures, physical movements, and so forth to link the spoken word with the written word. And then every day at Brisas, our kindergarten students also practice their reading in small groups, either with certified teachers or instructional assistants. In this picture, you're seeing students getting additional skill practice in reading, where we can reinforce the different aspects of reading. We will use instructional assistants or parent volunteers in order to meet students' individual needs. In terms of writing instruction, our kindergarten students are also engaged in individual writing practice every day. Students journal to express themselves, and they start with pictures and then quickly into words and sentences, even in kindergarten. Because we're able to offer a full-day kindergarten experience in Kyrene, our students are also able to demonstrate their understanding of the curriculum through art and creative play. Experiential learning at Brisas, especially in kindergarten, is another way that we inspire students to love learning. These are a couple pictures of our kindergarten students experiencing the Japanese culture and planting in our kindergarten, which is out front of the entrance to our school. In the past, students have also gone ice skating and played in the snow to give them real life experiences with winter. We also flood our playground each spring to give our kindergarten students a real life experience at the beach. It's also a tradition to take our kindergartners to the farm where our students get to harvest their own vegetables. Back in 2009, our kindergarten students took a trip to the dairy farm where they even got to name their own calf, Brisas Peace, which is just an awesome picture that we like to share each year. Of course, if you ask your children what part of their instructional day they love the most, many of them will say lunch and recess. During the school day, all students get 20 minutes of lunch, and students are welcome to bring lunch from home or purchase a nutritious meal from our school's cafeteria. Please know that from now through July of 2022, breakfast and lunch is absolutely free for our students, and that the menus are always sent home each month so families can plan accordingly. After students finish their lunch, they head out to recess. This is a picture of one of our two covered playground structured areas. We have beautiful outdoor environments for students. We have two of the, like I mentioned, shaded playgrounds for climbing and other large motor skills. We have game tables under shaded trees, painted foursquare hopscotch, boards with jumbo checkers for additional gameplay. We also have large shaded areas with multiple basketball hoops and large open area that is also shaded for other outdoor activities. Brisas students definitely love learning inside and outside the classroom. Here is a picture of our PE. So one of the other benefits of coming to Brisas and really to any Kyrene school is that physical education occurs once a week for 45 minutes. And students do get to love learning through the special areas and the arts. So PE is taught by one of our certified PE teachers. And again, that's each week for all students in kindergarten through 5th grade. All students also have 45 minutes a week for music class, which is also taught by a certified music teacher. Students sing and use movement, explore rhythm patterns, and use a variety of musical instruments. At Brisas, we also have two performing arts groups. One is our Brisas Mallet Masters, which is a percussion group. Students in 3rd grade are able to audition for this group, and then students then commit to being a Brisas Mallet Master for 2 years, and they perform at all different kinds of concerts and community events, farmers markets, and even on the big stage at Disneyland. We also have a Gecko Singers, and that particular performing group is an ensemble for 2nd through 5th grade students and usually happens in the fall and then again in the spring. All students also have 45 minutes a week in art class with not only a certified art teacher, but also an artist herself. Students enjoy all kinds of creative modalities, especially when they work with clay and get to fire their own artwork in our very own kiln that is right here on campus. All of our kindergarten through 5th grade students also get to enjoy weekly trips to the library where they hear stories and meet authors and check out books. At Brisas, we have a larger collection, in fact, of books and a higher rate of circulation of books than our community library, which is right across the street. Technology is also a big deal here at Brisas. I wanted you to make sure that you knew that all kindergarten through 5th grade classrooms have new Chromebooks, so students are able to access a laptop at any time during the instructional day. We are now a one-to-one school, so students can bring laptops at home when needed. Brisas also has 3 state-of-the-art computer labs and large projection screens that teachers use for instruction. Students gain their technology skills needed to communicate and demonstrate their learning. Each week, they also use computers to practice and reinforce their math and reading skills. At Brisas, we also love providing our students with opportunities to explore the computer sciences. All of our students at Brisas are exposed to coding each year, and all students are also interested in learning more about coding can join our free Brisas Coding Club that occurs after school. Last but not least, we inspire students to love learning at Brisas by involving parents in our students' school experience as much as possible. During a typical year, we have hundreds of parents who volunteer each week. Parent volunteers help in the classroom, working with individual students, and then also in small groups. And then it could also involve helping us out in the staff workroom, printing and laminating different curriculum resources. Parents also become members of our site council and our PTSO. At Brisas, our parent volunteers are key to our success, no doubt about it. In fact, our Art Masterpiece program is one of our volunteer-based programs where parents are trained to present famous works of art to the class. And we're fortunate here at Brisas to have an Art Masterpiece volunteer supporting every kindergarten through 5th grade classroom. These parent volunteers also help us put on an annual art walk, which is when we transform Brisas literally into our very own art gallery. Our second part of our vision statement is to empower students to reach their potential. So I want to briefly just talk to you about how we live that portion of our vision statement each and every day. Academic excellence is important to us. And so one way that we achieve academic excellence is through strategically making sure that we are in a constant phase of improvement. And so we have specific goals in reading, writing, and math each and every year. We celebrate and communicate our progress that students are making. This is a picture of an assembly that we were sharing the students' data and encouraging them to continue to make the progress that they were making in the classroom, and that we recognized and celebrated their efforts. We have 90-day action plans here at Brisas where we can constantly be, again, focusing on the specific strategies that we need in order to move our students' learning forward. We've also been proud to be a recipient of the results-based funding for achieving being one of the top 10% of all Arizona schools for student achievement. This is a graph that just shares a little bit about our Arizona Merit achievement data. So Arizona Merit is our statewide achievement test that we use to measure our students' proficiency with state standards. This particular test measures student success over the Common Core standards, and it's been in place now since 2015. And so you can see on this graph, we do test students in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. We do test in both English language arts and then also mathematics. And so the blue bar at the bottom of your graph reflects the percentage of students across the state of Arizona who were proficient each year on that test. And those are some low numbers that I think all of us would agree are not what we'd be striving for. The bullets above those blue bars reflect the average of students in 3rd through 5th grade who passed the test each of those years in Kyrene. And then that purple box above all of those data points reflects Brisas elementary schools, the percentage of students who passed in each of those subject areas each year from 2015 through 2019. Because of the pandemic, we did not have Arizona Merit testing last year, and we did do it this year in 2021, but those test results are not out yet. The third part of our vision statement here at Brisas is to nurture students in a culture of peace. We do that in some very intentional ways. One, just as much as we embrace and promote academic excellence, we do the same with social excellence. So we definitely, in doing that, want to model and teach life skills, and all of students at Brisas know what our life skills are, and we practice and reinforce those all the time. We also have very high behavior expectations here at Brisas, and so it's important to recognize that at Brisas we are a PBIS school, which stands for Positive Behavior Interventions and Supports. And really what that means is that we consistently adhere to 3 school rules in every environment here at Brisas, and that is to be respectful, to be responsible, and to be safe. And in doing that, we also just want to celebrate as much as often as possible the students who are doing that and supporting those who need more support. In regards to social excellence, one of the ways that we do that is by creating a very positive school climate. So you can see with this graph or picture that we are the home of the geckos, and we have a different theme each and every year. And it's wonderful because it just keeps us reinventing ourselves, and it's just kind of sets a positive tone for students and staff, something to look forward to each and every year. So this year we have been in the Jurassic Era, and again, heading into next year, we'll be in a completely different theme, but it will be certainly one that students and staff are looking forward to for sure. Another way that we pride ourselves in achieving social excellence is through recognizing and praising students. So we're very intentional about that. We do all kinds of different activities, including Principal for the Day. We have Gordon, who is our great going gecko, and he recognizes the classroom that's been the most respectful, responsible, and safe in the cafeteria. We also have peace bears that go home with students for the day, or where they can carry them around and just show all their peers about how proud they are to be a Brisas gecko. We have daily, weekly, and monthly incentives, and one of those at the end of each quarter is to celebrate with their teachers. So we have different challenges, and they get to perform in front of their peers, and all of us get to cheer them on. It's like winning the lottery here at Brisas. And so these are just a couple pictures of students and teachers celebrating being respectful and responsible and safe together. We also encourage servant leadership, which is unique to Brisas. And by doing that, we want to make sure that we build community and empathy and awareness, and certainly stewardship. And so a couple ways that we do that is with our ABC mentor program. And that is something that we do in partnership with Apprendi Middle School next door, where we have students at middle school who are trained to be mentors, and then they come over to Brisas and about once a week and build a really positive relationship with their mentees. We also have a student council at Brisas with student leadership that represents every single one of our classrooms, and they're responsible for doing different initiatives and drives throughout the year. And last but not least, we have what's unique to Brisas. We have what's called the Spark Club, and that too is a leadership group that takes care of a variety of different important responsibilities at Brisas. It's an application process for students in 4th grade. And then through the application process, once selected, then they would be serving in our Spark Club all of their 5th grade year. And then last but not least, of course, thinking of social excellence, we do celebrate our success together all the time. So we do count each of our days here at Brisas, and we consider them whether they've been peaceful days, and that's on the basis of students being respectful, responsible, and safe. And so we will announce to students each day whether the day before was peaceful, and then we tally all of those days in increments of 15. And every time we get to the benchmark of 15, then we will submit ballots to all of our students, and every classroom gets to vote. And then whatever the majority of students want to celebrate, or how they want to celebrate, is what we do. And that can take the form of, character day, pajama day, mustache day, sports day, you name it. If students want to do it, we are right there in partnership with them, celebrating their successes as one big school community. Social excellence in regards to celebrating student accomplishments also is aligned to our core values of pride, effort, achievement, character, and excellence. And so just briefly, one of the core values, the first one I mentioned, was pride. And so you can tell we have students who are taking pride in their garden, tending to the garden. Another example of students living their core value here at Brisas of effort would be just specific initiatives that students do individually, either at school or in their community. That bottom pictures also reflect students who are showing their best effort on our turkey trot. Other examples of students who are living our core values, one is of achievement, and you can see a couple different pictures there of our intramurals. We are a leading school in our after-school intramurals in all the different categories. And in our multi-purpose room, you'll see tons of banners that are on display from our students who are high achievers in those after-school activities. We also have students who in the past have won in our spelling bee or in our poetry contest. And so we want to make sure that we honor and recognize those students for their high achievements. The core value of character is also certainly present and reinforced here at Brisas all the time. So we have students who, like through our student council, who will do different hygiene drives or holiday drives, and then they'll bring all of the items that were donated to our Family Resource Center and get those to the families who need them. And then we also, each and every year, also take students to Feed My Starving Children so that they can just have more opportunities to live that core value of strong character. And then the last acronym, or the last letter in our acronym of PEACE, reflecting our core values, is the word excellence. And this is just a picture of our 2015-16, our second time receiving the School of Excellence Award. And we took this, large school-wide picture in the shape of an A+. And that just is a great example of just being overall a school of excellence and having students take pride in being that school of excellence. And then last but not least, peace, I had mentioned, is a really big deal here at Brisas. And students will describe Brisas as a very peaceful place. And at this point, they definitely expect it. And staff also describe Brisas not only as peaceful, but also as a very positive, caring, enriching, supportive, safe, collaborative, upbeat, and focused on every student success. And so those are just feedback that we've gotten over the years in surveys and in testimonies. And I think that just is a great way to describe the culture here at Brisas. So that is a very brief look into our school at Brisas. If you have questions, please do not hesitate to call. You can reach our front office at 480-541-2000. You can also email me at CWINKE@Kyrene.org. That's CWINKE, CWINKE @Kyrene.org. And I would be happy to answer your questions and help you see the awesomeness that Brisas offers, and certainly the opportunity for your little one to join our Brisas family. We look forward to it. Thank you.